Wyoming is often dismissed as just empty land, a flyover state with more cows than people. But that quiet emptiness hides one of the most radical, dramatic, and overlooked stories in American history. Long before Wyoming became a state, this land was home to powerful native nations, Arapaho, Shoshone, Crow, who followed the bison across vast open plains. Then, in the 1860s, everything changed almost overnight. The Union Pacific Railroad tore through the territory, not just laying tracks but dragging violence, greed, and ambition with it. Towns like Cheyenne and Laramie exploded into existence in weeks, not years. Lawless places filled with gamblers, gunslingers, and fortune-seekers. Wyoming wasn't born slowly. It arrived like a shockwave. But here's something most people don't know. Wyoming became a testing ground for American democracy in a way no other place ever had. In 1869, more than 50 years before women could vote nationwide, Wyoming granted women the right to vote. Not as a symbolic gesture. Fully, legally, without conditions. At the time, the territory was desperate for settlers and legitimacy, but the result was historic. Women didn't just vote, they served on juries and held public office. When the U.S. government later pressured Wyoming to repeal women's suffrage to gain statehood, Wyoming refused. Lawmakers said they would rather stay out of the Union than take rights away from women. And in 1890, Wyoming entered the U.S. proudly branded as the Equality State. Yet equality didn't mean peace. Wyoming's frontier justice was brutal. In 1892, one of the most shocking events in Wild West history unfolded: the Johnson County War. Wealthy cattle barons hired gunmen to hunt down small ranchers they accused of stealing livestock. It was open warfare between rich and poor, ending only when the U.S. Army intervened. The invaders were never punished. The message was clear. Power often decided justice in the Old West. Wyoming also played a quiet but critical role in shaping modern America. During World War II, it housed one of the nation's largest prisoner-of-war camps, holding thousands of captured German soldiers. Some worked on local farms. Some even attended church with Wyoming families. A strange reminder that global war reached even the most isolated corners of the country. And beneath Wyoming's silence lies another truth. This land has always fueled America. Coal, oil, natural gas, uranium. Wyoming once produced most of the nation's uranium, powering Cold War ambitions and nuclear weapons, while the people living above it remained largely invisible. Today, Wyoming still whispers rather than shouts. But its story is one of rebellion, courage, conflict, and quiet influence. It challenged gender norms before the rest of the nation was ready. It exposed the dark side of frontier freedom. And it proved that even the least populated place can leave the deepest marks on history. Wyoming isn't empty. It's just been waiting for people to listen.